Good morning. Grumpy's well awake. I'm a bit not with it. We're not too sure what we're doing, but what we are going to do is Grumpy's nude badge bar. He's bought some badges, so we're going to throw some badges on that, and then we're not too sure what we're doing, but yeah, let's pop some badges on that. What you do first?
Take the badge bar off.
But why do you have to take the badge bar off?
Because these brackets are pre-shaped.
Right.
And if you bend them right over to get them round the badge bar,
Right.
to get them closed again,
Right.
you could crease them.
Right.
It's easier just to take the badge bar off and slide them up.
The other thing for me as well, considering we managed to get an original badge bar, if you start pushing stuff over that, it's just going to scratch it and knacker it, isn't it? So, yeah, good idea, Dickie. Good idea. So what are you doing first?
Right, so as I say, first job, take the badge bar off.
Okay.
So, one badge bar off.
Okay.
Really to do with the caravan step here.
Right.
You can see what we're doing, yeah?
Right. Well, let me stop for a second,
No,
and then we.
keep going.
Well, no, because we're zoomed in on the your bar thing. So let's stop for a sec, and we shall manoeuvre. 1 second. We zoomed out. You can see what Dickie's doing.
Right, so as you can see, that one has got the screws out,
Right.
and these other two that I got from when I went to Bentley, I picked these up. So we just
Oh, this is going to be interesting, because you'd think this was actually quite easy, but when you're putting that bar back on, if you don't want them all flopping about everywhere, they're all going to have to be slightly secured.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You thought it was a 5-minute job, but it's not.
You know what? Let me get you a seat, because when you stand up and you fiddle with it, no one can see what you're doing. So I'm going to get you a seat so you can sit down.
That's all it is. Let's have you all doing.
I'll tell you what, I'll reword that. I'm sorry, I'll get you a seat because you're my aging father rather than being a better camera angle. There you go.
Very droll, very droll.
There you go.
So the first badge is it's one of 3. The first one is hello Bess, the Rover P6 Club, which obviously we're both a member of. What I'm doing is these are really long bolts, so what I'm doing is tightening them up to midges. The next one is Michelin tyres. Unfortunately, I got new tyres for all this car. But they're not Michelins.
What are they?
I don't know, you'll have to have a look. But Scott's got Michelin's on his Audi, and I had them on the Chevrolet.
Quite like cross
They were
climbers.
great tries. Tell you what, these are awkward.
It'd be even more awkward when you're trying to get them all lined up and lined up level.
I've got a member of the crew that's going to do that.
Or else it's going to it'll look like a right dog's dinner if one's bent forward, one's bent backwards. Think anyone will have noticed you've took your AA badge off the middle?
One AA badge off the middle, one AA badge going in the middle.
I'm sure you don't want to use the chrome one.
Not 100% sure, to be honest with you. Don't really know.
Right, we'll let it think about it before you do anything.
Oh, it's that
Yeah.
or that.
Well, it's your two badges either side, so you can have two chrome and a black in the middle, or three chrome.
The problem we've got is this badge isn't meant for a badge bar.
Correct.
This badge is meant for a badge bar. But what I could do is take that backing off and put that backing onto this, and that then will give me the two holes I need to do that badge bar. So what do you think?
Well, no, because you're still going to have no holes in your chrome.
I will, because when that backing yellow is bolted to that,
Yeah.
as you can see, the two holes are going to be on the chrome. So when that backing is on, I'll have two holes here,
Right.
and just drill through.
Right, okay. Do you want a minute to think about it?
I'm undecided.
Shall we stop and have a think about it for a minute?
Well, which do you prefer?
I think I'm quite indifferent. I think it probably will look a bit more uniform with three chrome, but then again, obviously you got two chrome either side and a black one in the middle. I don't think I've seen a black one before.
I must be honest, I quite like that.
Right, well there you go, you've answered your own question. Two chrome either side and a black one in the middle. I don't think you can
Are you
have
happy with that?
yeah, I don't say. Quite indifferent. Tell you what, I'm glad it's a nice Stag. For anybody that doesn't live in the northwest, it's just been the bank holiday weekend, and everywhere else it felt like in the world had sunshine. Even in the UK, everywhere else seems to have a bit of sunshine, and we have been under a cloud all bank holiday weekend. So it's nice today to have a bit of sunshine.
Yeah, but
It does make the world a bit brighter.
let's be honest, we're used to it, aren't we?
It's depressing. Let's have a bit of sunshine. What you after?
Oh,
Right, so are all them on?
are all them what?
Are all them on?
Yeah.
Right, we need to stop for a minute then, and we're going to need to figure out how we can lie these down in a certain way that we can tie them up one at a time. So that's going to be the interesting bit. Because you need both sides really, don't you? Right, give us a minute. I'm going to figure out which is going to be the best way to proceed. And then we shall be seamlessly back with you. Right, we've come up with a cunning plan. Dickie's plan is... What's your plan?
Threaded the badges on the bar. If we put the bar back and tighten it up, so it will be here, lift the badges up and tighten them in situ, and then we can move them to finish tightening them when it's when they're on.
Okie dokie.
So as you can see, all three badges are on. Right. I need you now, Scott. Is that in the middle?
It is in the middle, but I'm not too sure regarding your middle point.
It's the bar I'm only interested in.
Your bar's in the middle, yeah.
So if I just nip the bar up.
Right, if all the work we're doing now is back in the middle, I might zoom us back in.
Right, well just let me tighten this up first.
Right, well while you're tightening that up, I'm zooming us back in. Bear with us 1 second. There you go, as if by magic, you zoomed back in. No, it's almost like sometimes we actually know what we're doing.
This isn't one of them.
Right, this is really easy to do, but actually getting it right and level and in the middle and stuff, so it doesn't look like a dog's thingy.
Right, so the plan now is I'm going to knit them .
I think the end of that sentence was he's going to knit them up and then adjust from there. It does look quite nice, the black actually. Is it it's black on black?
The problem we've got,
yeah,
is like I said to you before,
yeah,
that is tight now,
okay,
but it's still loose on the bar.
okay,
So I'm going to go back to my suggestion that I said before.
okay,
Is put a bit of tape on the bar, which will make the bar that bit wider.
Didn't you say you had another bracket? Are all the brackets going to be like that? I'd try another bracket.
No, they're all going to be the same.
Well, why should that be when surely it's a standard thickness bar? You should be able to tighten up onto it, surely.
No, because look how loose that is.
Well, you need to tighten it up more.
You can.
Of course you can. Keep screwing and tightening, Dickie.
In a second, when I'm undoing it,
Well, it's just going to tighten up, isn't it?
right, that is as tight as it'll go, and it's loose.
Sick.
What do you mean is it heck? It's as tight as it will go. The two bits of the bracket are together. So I'll go back to what I said. I will loosen it,
Okay.
move it, put a piece of tape around.
Where your badges are going. Tape's not very thick though, you know. If it's not going to tighten up with that, why is it going to tighten up with a bit of tape on it? What tape is it?
Proper tape.
Right, have you realised now wherever you put that tape is where your badge is going to be?
Yeah.
Right.
Because the tape will be hidden under the badge.
Correct.
So, can you decide where the middle is?
Where your point is.
I know where the point is.
Hit the middle of the point.
Is that the middle?
Got a clue? Is that the middle of the point? What's the middle of your point there? Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. So use your tape.
Gaffer tape.
This tape is Gorilla tape. It's bloody thick actually. Yeah, if anyone needs to know, that's what it is. Very thick Gorilla tape. I'd do one at a time, because how are you going to gauge where your other one's going?
We'll be able to measure them properly.
You haven't put more tape on? Right?
Because it's still not
I'm quite confused why it's not tightening up.
good thing is that when this badge is on, you won't see the tape.
Yeah, I just didn't know if it's going to start moving. You know what tape's like.
Say again.
You know what tape's like. It's still going to get wet. Are they going to move?
No, they won't. Because hopefully the tape shouldn't get wet.
No, tape is going to get wet. It's that thick now, it's not going over it, is it, Dickie?
What so?
I said it's that thick now, it's not going over it. You're loosening. Do you want to switch off for a minute while you have a fiddle, or are you quite happy?
Oh, quite happy.
Oh, he's done it. He's done it. What happened there?
Right, I've just moved the bar. Are we still in the middle, please? The bar, not the badge.
the middle, I feel. Right, so your bar tightened up. Is that bracket different than the other ones? Or is it the same?
Different.
I think it's that bracket.
Doing gas now.
You sure?
Yep. I'm really pleased with that.
You sure?
Is it in the middle?
It's on the middle of the bar.
That gap there, between there and there, is it in the middle?
Yeah, it's showing in the middle. It's difficult because it's showing in the middle of the badge and it's in the middle of the bar. So unless the bar needs coming over a midge, I'm not sure. I'd leave it as it is for the time being.
Right. Right. So they're the other two.
Right. I'd stick them as far over as you can get them.
You'd stick them
As far over as you can get them.
this way.
I would.
There. And there. Right, we've got a problem as that one there can go right to the end.
Okay.
And this one here can go right to the end.
Mhm.
But I'm still going to put some tape on. Because
Do whatever you want. It's alright, that.
You happy with that?
It's alright. Just let me lower this down a slight midge. So,
Well, you
see
can
more
lower it
what you're
down
doing.
if I put some tape on.
Right, yeah, that's better. Round a midge. Too far. Oh no, alright. There you go, you can see what he's doing. Is this your first ever experience of doing something with a badge bar?
Yep.
I've seen them, obviously, on classic cars, but I'd only try one on that one. Them brackets are really different, you know.
Those what?
Those other brackets are different. I think they'll tighten up quite easily.
Right, so I'll put a double thickness right there.
Okay. So now we're opening up said bracket to feed over tape of said bracket.
Yeah, that's right.
Like you
So
do.
I'm loosening it.
Got a left.
What to do with
Go on.
stop it. I nick them up
Right.
when I put them on the bar.
Right.
And I could be done with not nicking them up.
It's like another screwdriver, pair of pliers, blah blah blah. Right, we're going to stop for a minute filming and we're going to loosen these off unless you've done it. Have you done it?
Just bear with me 1 second.
No?
No.
Right, I'm going to stop for a minute, let's loosen these off and carry on 1 sec. Well, what a faff, what an arse, and Grumpy's got a lot more patience than I have. So, they have to be tight enough that it will hold that. Look how it's not, he's got it not touching the grill. So it will hold that, so basically if you are going 60-70 miles an hour it's not going to move. It needs to be that tight. But you need the thickness for going round. So we have found on one of the brackets he's put some tape round to protect it and get the tightness. To get it that tight. But the brackets look slightly different. So it was a bit of an arse. To be fair to Grumpy, a lot more patience than I had. I don't seem to have the patience this morning. So one is done well, done completely. As you can see, it is completely off. You just let me ping it. Yeah, so I shall now set the camera up and Dickie's now fiddling with the other one. But one, done. Right, so other side bracket. So we've just been discussing is exactly the same bracket as the first one that's been done. So Dickie's done one piece of tape. Currently tightening up. You wouldn't actually think badges would be a faff, would you? Or a stress? They are. Rover P6 badge looks nice.
Oh.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it tightening? Right. I'm going to stop again for a minute and we'll show you while we carry on tightening this up. That one, slightly more of a faff. We're having to hole the nut from one side, but it's away from the grill and it's on. You wouldn't believe how much of a faff this is. It's going to be a long video. Give it a puddoing, Grumpy. Right, we're on the AA one, but another one done. So we videoed most of this, as you can see. We did have to stop for a second where the brackets on the left have got a piece of tape below him so they could close up enough, and obviously we're trying to not mark the badge bar. I've just been saying to Grumpy, this needs to be that at 70 miles an hour these are not going to move. So yeah, we've spent quite a lot of time on this, and I said to Grumpy this morning about, oh, is that all we're doing today? But it's actually took us a good while. Are you pleased with the result?
Yeah.
Well, don't think about it. We can always take it off. I think it's a big change to the front of your car.
Which is good.
It changes the dynamic. Well, It's good if you didn't like it as it was before, but I think you should leave it on and see how you feel. The actual badges themselves, I really like the P6 badge. The AA badge I think looks better in black than chrome, but I'm still indifferent about it. Michelin I quite like, but still quite indifferent. I really like the P6 badge, and I've always liked the badge bar. I think it's always made the front of the car look nice and well. So why don't you see how you feel? Because you'll look at that one morning and think, I really like that, or you're going to look at it one morning and think, I really don't like that. How do you feel at present?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's good.
Right, we're going to figure out what we're doing now.
I think, to be honest with you, if you feel it,
Yeah?
how gritty it is, it could do the wash.
Very happy for you.
Pardon?
So I'm very happy for you. When do you think the last time was we washed the Stag?
Oh, we'll wash the Stag as well if you want.
I'm not wasted a nice day like this washing cars.
Well, just rub your hand over it.
It's mucky.
It's not mucky, it's gritty.
Needs a wash. Right, we'll have a bicker about what we're doing, and we'll see you in a minute.